Zoroastrian, Jain, Christians. Really, does it sound like a religious? I don't think so. I'm only asking you to watch your body. Yes, the wisdom, the technique came from Buddha Dharma, but I'm not asking you to be a Buddhist or something. You understand? Okay? So we will do this. So, yes, cough, yawn, scratch. Now. Sit here. Okay. Okay. So, it's good to sit straight. Okay? Hands like this. Yes, very good. Or like this is also fine. Yeah, that's also good. Okay. Finished coughing and yawning and scratching? Are you sure? Okay. So let's start. Now. consciously. You understand what I mean? This may be the first time ever you lived soberly. You know what is sober? Not alcohol, drunk, dressy, no, sober. And then your world is different. Right? You are always thinking about past, future, you are drunk. Most of the time, see, even I'm telling you, even 5 minutes, tips, whatever. I'm sure some of you think, when is this 5 minutes going to end? Maybe Rinpoche's clock is wrong. This is all wrong. Why? Because for the first time, you are you. For the first time, you are not all these like what you will do, what you have done in the past. You understand? So, all you young people, you are the future of the world, you know. Because this world, I hope you live long and healthy and prosperous. But this world that my generation and my older generation, what happened, we are living this world for you, which is maybe not the most perfect world, because there's just so much environmental, catastrophe and all that. But anyway, you're the future, right? I mean, I'm not only talking for Bhutan, for the world. Now, if you really want to do something for yourself and the world, you need to really have a proper engineering of yourself. And as I said, I have not taught you to play to this or God or this. I didn't. This is something that all of you can do. And I urge you to do this. Okay, so that's the first part. Now the second part is the faculty requested it. It's the Vajra Guru Mantra research transmission. But first I will just tell you what is Vajra Guru Mantra. Vajra Guru Mantra, anyway, it's a very, very big explanation. We don't have time. And I don't think you are probably prepared to hear all that theory. Vajra Guru Mantra, you can say, is like a name for the, we talk about Guru Rinpoche, like Baba Tatsang, Bunda, Puja, Sangatong, all these are supposedly Guru Rinpoche's place. So when we think about Guru Rinpoche, sometimes we think in terms of a person. Actually, one place to hand a sort of a person, a figure. Sometimes like wine. Like Baba Tatsang Guru Rinpoche is riding a tiger. So on and so forth. Sometimes the Guru Rinpoche has, 6 arms. But all this is tantric teachings and we have no time to talk about that. It's actually related to what we just talked. But let's not go there. But Guru Rinpoche is not always in the form or a figure. Guru Rinpoche also comes in the form of a mantra. And this is Om Ahum Vajra Guru Bhatasiddhi Om. So, just very briefly, Om Ahum. Om Ahum is basically none other than the body, speech and the mind. Okay? Vajra means something indestructible. Indestructible. Cannot be contaminated, cannot be moved, cannot be manipulated. And what is that? What is that? Your mind, actually. Your essence of your mind is the Vajra. And that is Guru. Guru means unsurpassable, meaning, in the Chute, Guru is translated as a lama. La-ma. La means this, roof. No, this. Like roof. Ma is a negative word, meaning nothing beyond, nothing above this energy. Lama. That's what Guru. Nowadays, Guru means some human who teaches you, right? But actually, Guru, the word Guru, Lama, means, right? Unsurpassable. Like the sky. Sky has no other roof above the sky. You understand? It's a bit like this. Okay? And what is that? Again, none other than your mind. Okay, Om Namo Vajra Guru. Padma. Padma means, and broadly speaking, is the lotus. Padma, lotus. And why lotus? Because even though the lotus is born in the mud, the lotus is very beautiful, stainless. So all of you, even though we are in the mud of jealousy, anger, desire, fighting, bickering, I don't know, all kinds of, human mud, the nature of our mind is like a lotus. Understand? Siddhi means attainment, blessing. Hum is like, please give me. So, actually, Guru Rinpoche is not outside. It's not like an almighty God somewhere. But, as I spoke earlier, Guru Rinpoche, like a projector, Sankirtana, all this is a symbolism, symbol. Symbol is very, very important. I'll show you a very powerful symbol. It's in his wallet. Wow, he has a lot of symbols. See, this is a symbol. This is a symbol. This is a symbol, right? And it has a signature by a governor. All it says is, the signature means that it is agreeing that you have something for Nurjama. But actually, really? Really? So many governments, they just print. We might as well buy a good Xerox machine and print. And then sign yourself, right? But we do believe in this kind of a symbol. Symbol is important. Anyway, these Guru Rinpoche sometimes with the actual Guru Rinpoche form. Now this is another symbol. Guru Rinpoche with a form holding a vajra, kapala, all that you can visualize. Symbol is important. So you can visualize the top of your head, inside your heart, in front of you, so on and so forth. Okay, so I'm giving you the transmission. So please, those who are Guru Rinpoche followers, those who are Buddhists, please hold your palms together. And then repeat after what I say. Okay? Om Ahum. Danza Guru. Pema Siddhi Hum. Om Ahum. Danza Guru. Pema Siddhi Hum. Om Ahum. Danza Guru. Pema Siddhi Hum. I'm going to do some prayers for you, so you just stay there like this. Put your hands on your chest. Start your hands on your chest. Oh, okay, so that's it. Today we have finished. Okay. I wish I can sit down